Yo, what's poppin'? Gonna go over week 6 games and week 8 predictions. Uh, just like last week, I'm gonna start off with awards. NFC, we got Mr. Nelson with 6 receptions, 250, 3 touchdowns. In the NFC for offense and for NFC Defensive Player of the Week, we got Trey Boston, 5 tackles, 3 picks, and a tutty. All right, then we got AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I don't know his first name, but Eckler from the Chargers, 13 carries, 163, 12 and a half per rush, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 reception for 2 yards. Pretty solid day for that young man. Then we got Ryan Shazier for AFC Defensive Player of the Week, 8 tackles, 1 sack, 3 interceptions. Man, that's nasty. That's nasty. So let's jump on into it here. Week 6. Now, before I get started, I want to apologize to Tampa Bay user Marky and Ravens user Kevin. I did not give them their force wins from last week and accidentally advanced, and they got losses. So I called them. I apologize. You know what I mean? I've been running this league for 2 years, and nothing like that has ever happened. Uh, and my condolences and apologies go out to them. Once again, you guys, I'm sorry about that. It will not happen again. Just slipped my mind, man. One of them things, man. It happens. It happens. So we're gonna bounce back into it here. Uh, Broncos and Browns stink with another W coming out strong here, 23-9. Pretty decent game on offense for both sides. None of them cracked 300 yards, but them turnovers came into play there. Um, like that was what gave the game the stink there. Mayfield had a solid game, 232, 1-1. Chad Kelly had 4 picks, not too well. My Broncos, who I liked a couple weeks ago, are falling off hard here. Both quarterbacks had a pretty good game rushing the ball. Receiving, not much to look at here. Mr. Sutton, 3 for 97. Not bad. Defense here, Shaq Barnett, 13 tackles. Holy cow. Boy, had a busy day that day. A couple sacks for both sides here. Chubb, Garrett. All in all, a solid win for Dink, man. He's climbing up them ranks, man. Watch out for Stink. Then we're going to go to Chiefs and Bears. A lot of offense in this one. A lot of turnovers as well here for the Chiefs, 6. That seems to be his Achilles heel, man. If he can just cut them back, I think he'll be really, really solid. Trubisky with 4 touchdowns, no picks. Almost a perfect quarterback rating. Real solid performance from him. Jordan Howard was 1 yard short of 100. Uh, Mr. Kelsey, 8 for 89. Conley, 2 for 94. And Cohen out of the backfield was rocking it. 2 receptions, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns, almost 60 yards. Average per catch, really solid there, real solid. Let's go to defense. Danny Trevathan with 10 tackles, real solid there, and a tackle for a loss, and a pick. Trey Boston, your NFC Defensive Player of the Week with 3 interceptions. And Mr. Hicks had 3 sacks to go along with 2 for Mr. Lawson. Like Bosa, the rookie, finally cracked in with a sack too. All in all, good win for the Bears. Had the first overall pick last year, 4-1 this season. Let's get it. Get to them playoffs, boy. Then we're gonna jump to Giants and Vikings here. Steph running this new offense he's talking about. Not too impressed with it. He had 327 yards total on offense. Not bad. A couple more turnovers by the Giants. We got Kirk Cousins here, 314 yards and 3 touchdowns. About as nice as you can get. Stafford struggled a little bit with that defense. 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Saquon had a nice day, 150 yards almost. Cook couldn't get it going, it looked like. We're going to go to receiving here, and your NFC Offensive Player of the Week, J.J. Nelson with 250 and 3 tutties. Ingram had a solid day too, 7 receptions, 102 yards. Defense, whew. Mr. Hunter with 3.5 sacks. Watch out for him. Carter had 3 sacks. All in all, good win for Steph, keeping that momentum going, defending Super Bowl champ. Keep it going, Steph. Keep it going. Then we're going to jump to Steelers and Bills here. Bills routed them. I've never seen 12 turnovers in a game before, but I guess there's a first for everything. Josh Allen, 376, 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I'm not even going to mention Dobbs. That's just horrendous. Horrendous. No rushing. Zay Jones, 10 receptions, 153 yards in a Teddy. Good game. The rookie, Mr. Cleveland from Florida, 4 for 101. James Washington, 6 for 62. Great win here by the Bills. Keeping that momentum going, man. 6-0. I know he wants to get in that bowl this year, so we'll see. Hopefully it goes through Jacksonville, but it might be going through Buffalo. You never know. Mr. Jerry Hughes with 3 sacks. All in all, good win for the Bills, keeping that momentum going at home. We're going to jump to the Raiders and the Colts. Colts pretty much dominated this game on offense, it looks like. I know we got sacked a boatload of times. Let's see here. Herbert, 377, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. Got to step that up a little bit. Zeke had 14 for 112 and a tutty. Ebron had 7 receptions for 112 yards. That's nice. That's nice. Aaron Donald, 6 sacks. Bruce Irvin, 3 sacks. Sherrod had 2.5. Lewis had 2. Fowler had 2. All in all, good win by the Colts. Staying undefeated, man. Jacksonville and Indianapolis tied for first. Both 6-0. Should be a nice. I know they haven't played each other yet either, so it should be some pretty good games coming up between those two. All in all, good win by Nick there. Making that playoff push. Dolphins and Cowboys got sent. Cowboys came out 14-21. Actually, that was a forced win. Dallas won 21-14. Then we got the Patriots and the Jets. Pats put up 550 yards of offense. Man, that's crazy. Case Keenum trying to revamp that career. Had almost 500 yards throwing, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Mr. Jameis Winston had 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Definitely would like to take the over in this game, man. There was a lot of scoring going on in this game, a lot of yards. Leading rush from this game was Sonny Michel, 14 for 76, no touchdowns though. Receiving here, we got Dorsett, had 184 and 2 touchdowns. Sammy Watkins had 5 for 160. In a tutty, Robbie Anderson, 3 for 127 too. A lot of big plays in this game, it looks like. Defensive side of the ball, we got Marcus May with 9 tackles leading the way. He also had 2 sacks, going along with Claiborne with 2 sacks, and going along with Ayers Jr. with 2 sacks. Michael Kendricks had a pick. The rookie Arnett from Ohio State also had a pick as well. All in all, good win by the Pats, getting back on track, trying to get into that playoff berth. A wild card anyway. Eagles and Cards. 314 yards gained by the Eagles, lead the way here. No turnovers by the Cards, which kept him in the game, I believe. Rosen had a pretty solid day, 226, 2 tutties. Wentz mediocre, 166, a tutty and a pick. Let's go to rushing. The rookie Higdon, 23 for 134 and 2 touchdowns, man. Watch out for him for NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Thean had 106 to lead the way there. I believe lead the way. Yeah, Aguilar had 2 for 93. Manti Te'o, 11 tackles to lead the way. Fletcher Cox, not a lot of sacks in this game, both by Philly though. Cox and Graham. Buda Baker had a pick. All in all, good win by the Eagles, man. Keeping that momentum going. Trying to lock down that NFC East, you know what I mean? My pick to go to the Super Bowl this year in the NFC. Let's bounce to the Texans, Bucks. Texas. That's where I messed up at. Sorry, Marky, taking that L, bro. I apologize, man. Uh, Texas pulled that one out 33-30. Packers and Chargers. Newcomer to the league. Green Bay. This was a nice offensive game here for the most part. AR 231, one touchdown, no picks. McSorley kind of conservative here, 70 yards, real conservative. This is where Ty Tyler shines at right here, though. He wants to run the ball, and it looks like he is not messing around. 11 for 206 and 13 for 163, man. I've never seen two teammates rush like that before in one game. Much respect and much props to Tyler for taking control and sticking to this run game, man. We know he plays solid defense. It was an offense that was a question. It looks like he's found his calling card running the ball here. To lead the way in receiving, Devontae Adams had 5 for 82. Randall Cobb had 3 for 70 and a tutty. Defense here, Denzel Perryman led the way with 9 tackles. Corey Legit, Wait, whatever his name is, 2 sacks. Melvin Ingram had a sack. No picks. All in all, good win by Tyler, keeping that momentum going. Trying to put a clamp on that AFC West, man. Somebody has to, man. Then let's bounce to the game of the week, man. I stayed up watching this game. Great game. Back and forth, taking shots at each other. Uppercuts, jabs, straight slugfest. Niners pulled this one out in OT. 44-38. 502 yards on offense. 360 for the Hawks. Russell Wilson had 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Jimmy G, 440, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. All in all, this was just a great game. Can't really say a whole lot more about that. Alshon had 136, 4 receptions. Marquise Goodwin, 3 for 92 and a tutty. I think that was the game winner right there in overtime. That 66, what was it? Yeah, whatever he had that. I know that he had that game winning touchdown. I don't know if it was a 66 yards run after catch or not, but or it was a 69 yarder I think he had was for the game. This was just a straight slugfest, man. Like I said, 2 great users going at it back and forth. All in all, great game, man. Blake Martinez, 11 tackles, lead the way. Solomon Thomas had 4 sacks. Buckner had 3. This game was a slugfest, man. Like I said, the one-handed bandit had a pick. So did Wagner. So Cam. Great win by the Niners, staying undefeated, man. Keeping that momentum going. Big division win. Falcons and Redskins. This one got out of hand quick, it looked like. Carr 319 for 4 touchdowns. Ryan couldn't crack 100. Devontae had 25 for 107, not bad. Geis had 79 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Paul Richardson had a huge game, 232, 3 touchdowns. He was really underrated, man. Lead the way was Devondre Campbell with 7 tackles. Kerrigan had 2 sacks to go along with the rookie Farrell with 2 sacks as well. And Kerrigan, Brown, Swanger, Alley all had a pick. Good win by the Skins, keeping that playoff push going for that wild card spot. Bengals and Ravens, sorry Kev. Like I said, same thing with the Bucks. Didn't mean to do that to you, brother. My apologies. Panthers and Titans, Mr. Bill, say the best for last. 279, pretty boring game on offense for the most part. Titans turned it over 6 times. It was like that was the thing that controlled this game here. Mr. Rookie Drew Lock here with 239, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions here. Mariota 313, 1 tutty and 6 interceptions. Not a lot of rushing. Meredith had 6 for 119. Tywan Taylor had 108 with a touchdown. Defense here, Josh Allen, the rookie, led the way with 7 tackles. 2 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks as well. Mario Addison had 3.5 sacks. Good win by Bill. Get that first one out the way. You know what I mean? That's the hardest one. Hopefully he can keep that momentum going. All right, so let's jump to Week 8 predictions here. Rams and Ravens. I got to go with Kev here to bounce back, get back on track, and try and take control of that division. It's wide open right now. Browns and Patriots, man. I'm gonna have to go with Dink here. Dink's really impressed me this year, starting out. He usually gets better when Madden, every season. He was like that last year anyway. Uh, he's trying to make that playoff push, man. I'm gonna go with Stink here. I'm gonna go with Stink here to get that W on the road. Vikings and Chiefs. I'm have to go with Steph here. He's just too much for the Chiefs, I think. Bengals and Steelers. I'm gonna go with the Steelers at home here. Try and get back on track after the ugly loss last week with them 12 picks. Broncos and Jags. I mean, hopefully Colin can give me a good game here. We'll see. Giants and Jets. I'm gonna go with the Giants right now. Get back on track. Try and get back in that wild card race. Eagles and Dolphins. I'm gonna go with my boy Philly. Fly Eagles fly. Flying all the way to that Super Bowl, baby. Bears and Cowboys. Gonna go with the Bears to keep it rolling on the road here against Ricky. Chargers and Colts. I'm gonna go with the Chargers here, just because I like the way he plays. I like the way he pounds that rock and plays defense, man. One likes to run, the other likes to pass. So it's just gonna be a battle of. It's gonna be a battle, that's for sure. Saints and Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Saints here. 4-1, I believe. Has a lot of momentum going into this game. Hopefully Tim can keep it rolling. Falcons and Hawks. I'm going to go with the Hawks at home to bounce back from that tough loss against the Niners. Titans and Raiders. I'm going to go with the Raiders here at home on Monday Night Football. And then Thursday night we got Lions and Packers. Toss up here. Don't know much about the Packers user. He's new to the league. I'm going to go with the Lions on the road here. Try and get in this NFC playoff picture. I'm going to break down the NFC North right now. Stay tuned for that. All in all, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.